right now the most senior Vaishnava present, as I can see, is Bhakti Alok Paramadvaiti Maharaj. So I will request you to honor opening this meeting.
Namo Vishnu Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pachaline Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatya Desatarine. And had the chance to meet our Gopananda Bon Maharaj several occasions. Gopananda Bon Maharaj is doing well, despite his advanced age. He is going on preaching. He went to Manali, to the Himalayas, to get a little bit of relaxation from the heat. The climate was very heavy in Vrindavan. We also had the chance to go to Jaipur with Bhakti Vedanta Govinda Maharaj and spoke to Malai Goswami. Malai Goswami is very enthusiastic for the meeting in December on the celebration of the Vishva Vaisnava Raj Sabha meeting in Jaipur. We also met the Goswami from the Radha Gopinath Temple. He was very enthusiastic as well. And we spoke to Siddha Swarupa, the in charge of the Acharya Patra in Jaipur. All the meetings were very successful, very clear. But the most important thing came when we met with Pundarik Goswami. Pundarik Goswami is one of the most outstanding Bhagavata preachers, famous in Vrindavan, open-minded, very loving with all the devotees. He traveled extensively outside of India, inside of India, and he said for this meeting in Jaipur, we should make a great effort so that we can all be together there in a special meeting on this commemoration of this meeting. And Pundarika Goswami, he said he wants to bring the television, some channel of India to report on this meeting. He's also going to bring some Acaryas from other sampradayas. And so he was very committed, very good. He said, definitely this meeting must take place in Jaipur. And he also said that after this, every year we should have this meeting. And the next meeting will be in Vrindavan in Radharaman Temple, sponsored and organized by himself. So you can imagine how much energy and enthusiasm he gave for this wonderful memory, because it's a memory that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur sent Baladiva Vidya Bhusan to defend the Gaudya Sampradaya, and he got from Govindaji, the Govinda Bhasya, the Srimad Bhagavatam of the Gaudya Sampradaya. Then we also went to celebrate the day of Srila Bhakti Gyan Bharati Maharaj. We went there and we visited the office of Hari Chandan in Vrindavan. The work for Veena Bengali and Veena.
Dandavat pranam Maharaj, Dandavat pranam.
Jai, jai, jai.
Jai ho, Dandavat Maharaj.
We were so happy to visit his office there in the Vinod Vani Gaudya Mat, which is actually a spectacular, beautiful Gaudya Mat. And of course, we also celebrated Bhakti Vinod Thakur's day. Simultaneously, there was an assembly of Gaudya Vaishnavas of very noticeable size. All of them had come for this celebration, and Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj, one of the outstanding members of the Vishva Vaisnava Raj Sabha, who also compiled many biographies of other members of the Guru Varga in his publication. So that was another meeting, very important. Then we went on meeting, actually we had a meeting with Gopal Krishna Maharaj from ISKCON, who is just now making many beautiful temples, one of the most outstanding one in Kurukshetra project right next to where Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Right there, they're making a chariot, which is going to be like amazing temple chariot, you can call it. It's like almost as big as the chariot in Sonar, in temple chariot. So it's going to be, there's many extraordinary things happening simultaneously. If we look into the world Vaishnava engagements, occupations, it is just surprising. Because you see every branch which belongs to Chaitanya's tree is a part of the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha. Some more active, some directly connected, some are totally absorbed in their different services, but they are connected and they're spreading the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If I just thinking about it, I just feel it's very amazing. Like we went also spoke to the Goswami who established the Vishnu Priya deity temple in Vrindavan, right next to the Radharaman temple. And he was very enthusiastic when he heard about the meeting. He said, yes, Vishnu Priya, he was told when he went to Navadvip that Vishnu Priya also wanted to come to Vrindavan. So he came back and he made the Mahaprabhu Vishnu Priya temple right next to Radharaman. If you go to Radharaman, it's just in the backside when you go the parikrama around. So then, as we were in Vrindavan, we were fixing up the office because you see, the Yamuna Kunja has been utilized as office of Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha for many, many years, sometimes with more symposiums and lectures, sometimes less. I still remember that Srila Bhakti Vikiananda Maharaj, he blessed us with his presence in the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha symposium, as well as Gopananda Bon Maharaj and many other speakers. So now we again started that, and we made the first meeting with Jamuna Jivana Prabhu. Jamuna Jivana, a very advanced and very beautiful Vaishnava who lived in Radhakunda for many years. So he blessed us and gave some wonderful kirtan and lecture. The idea is that every day in Yamuna Kunja, there is some event of Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha discussing different new publications or different topics so that we all know that we have a joint program. And this joint program, yeah, it's a great variety. So Yamuna Jivana Maharaj, he was there giving a class. Then Tamar Krishna Maharaj, the constructor and of the Imlitala, beautiful temple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also gave a class another day. And in this way, different speakers came and blessed our assembly. And we hope that all of you, when you come to Vrindavan, you will go to these meetings. We hope that Hari Chandan will also give us some lectures there. It's just like there may be not such a big audience, but we will always publicize. We can publish those preachings in our Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha or World Vaishnava Association YouTube channel. Then we had a very beautiful meeting with Bhakti Vichar Vishnu Maharaj. He was making a big plan, or he's making a big plan of traveling all over India. And we went with him in Punjab to many different places in Haryana, and also to have Chandigarh. So that was also a big, very important event because he is one of the persons who is pushing on Veena Hindi, Veena Bengali, and very active. Vishnu Maharaj is actually the sponsor of the Jaipur mission. So we tried our best to be part of this and to give a helping hand. So Yamuna Kunja, now there's another thing. We are welcoming and Janavi Devi, she's going to come very soon. She's going to come to Vangsi Kunja, also in Vrindavan, right next to Gopeshwar Mandir. And she is one of the secretaries of Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha of our Veena International. She will be another beautiful driving force. Then we had our Bhaktivedanta Vamana Maharaj. Bhaktivedanta Vamana Maharaj is actually born from Colombia, but he has spent many years connecting other Acaryas from South India, Ramanuja Sampradaya, etc. With the Bharata worldwide Sanatan Dharma organization, which he represents or which he's member of. Then next day, we went to meet Swami Vikiananda, the secretary of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, and we discussed with him all the activities going on. And even though Swami Vikiananda is a sannyasi from the Shankara tradition, he told me that of Sanatan Dharma in the world, in the history of India. So he has great appreciation for what is going on in the Vaishnava world. And of course, we wish in this Zoom talk, we wish to have at least 30, 40 Acaryas present. Of course, you know, they are very busy people. And if you get to talk, you know, then this meeting can last quite a few time. Anyway, Madhava Krishna is doing such a dedicated work that we can have these meetings. Without those organizational efforts, it just wouldn't happen. So, and you know, there's always some obstacle for somebody's participation. But we want the Hari Katha, we want the real nectar. Like, I'm just giving here some technical details of how we met with many people and organized, started working on the Jaipur meeting in December. I think it's the 4th of December. And we were overjoyed to hear that some Russian devotees like Isha Priya actually planning to come to that meeting. I mean, it looks like now in October, the visas are going to be renewed. Tourist visas to India are again made available. God save us, Krishna save us with this. But that some people from Russia are coming specifically, even some, we heard that some sannyasi may come. So it will be a very fruitful, very interesting meeting. And, you know, it may all be a little symbolic that we come together, we share with each other. But when the real need arises, when anybody of us is under attack, then this platform will go into full action, like it did in Poland, like it did in Russia twice, like it did in the Philippines. When somebody is under attack of our Vaishnava Sanghas around the world, especially in countries where we are the minority, we will be there. And that is to protect the plan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is Prithiviti Achayate Nagaradigram Sarvatra Prachara Hoi Bimolanan. And so in order to fulfill that plan of Mahaprabhu, well, we have to open many, many more temples around the world. And for that reason, we are also are preparing a series of lectures called How to Open a Temple in the Western World, which very soon we're going to share and publish. So yes, Mahaprabhu and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's plan is well aware, is well awake, is well dynamic, and it will go on spreading like anything. Now this COVID crisis in the world, it can only be a push forward for Krishna consciousness, because what else can it be? If Krishna allowed so much madness, then something wonderful should also come from that. And we know that the Vaishnavas are all active, even though they were restricted by the COVID restriction. If I see the temples which are coming up here in India, we also visited the Noida Temple in constructed by Lokanath Goswami and the Noida crew of ISKCON. It's such an amazing Radha Govinda Mandir. If you see it, you have to see it to believe it. I was in Delhi 1975, when Srila Prabhupada opened his first temple in Delhi. That time it was a one family house with 3 rooms. And in the main hall, in the living room, Prabhupada installed Radha Parsasarthi. He installed them. And when I went there, Prabhupada arrived there. So I had a personal darshan of Srila Prabhupada in that temple of Radha Parsasarthi. And that was a rented house in Bengali market. Today, only ISKCON has 18 huge temples in Delhi, but huge, unbelievable temple with full-scale museums, service. It is really, it just lets your jaw drop. And then there's the many Gaudya Maths in Delhi. Now the Paharganj Gaudya Math just expanded into a second house. They're making something very beautiful there in the Pandava region, or the Pandava Mandir. And then so many other missions are there. Just as Vrindavan, the amount of Gaudiya Maths are increasing day by day. We also met with Premananda Prabhu, a disciple of Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Maharaj and follower of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti original. He opened such an incredible place in Delhi, which you in Radha Kunj. He's serving many times a day prasadam to 300, 400 people. It is unbelievable and very amazing, delicious prasadam. Really, it blows your mind. That is going on, while on the other side also, if I may report on Madhu Pandit's amazing features of what he's doing. Unbelievable. His preaching, his prasadam distribution has toppled 2 million plates a day. 2 million plates of prasadam a day, and thousands of other things and temple projects. And the last thing we saw him with Prime Minister Modi and with Shamarani Jadurani presenting her book to the Prime Minister, and he took this book onto his personal private video on his channel, on his TV channel, and he praised Prabhupada like anything. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He also praised him while the commemoration went on of the 125 years of Prabhupada in the form of a commemoration coin, which the government specially issued for this day. So all in all, we can say glorious reception of Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Swami in India by the top people. The most important leaders of ISKCON right now are glorifying Prabhupada. Lengthy, not just one word. A full interview. Shamarani was preaching so beautiful. Shamarani won many years ago the Audarya Award of the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha. She was recognized as the top artists of Krishna Lila paintings, and that is just unbelievable how wonderful it was what she did. So all in all, these are a little bit the Vrindavan news I'm giving to you. So I'm sure I forgot a few individuals because we did go around. Oh yeah, we met Parvat Maharaj in Radha Kunda. He made a Pushpa Samadhi for Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in Radha Kunda. Such a beautiful Samadhi, unbelievable, right on the Govardhan hill, on the edge of Radha Kunda. Is really, really good, really beautiful. And we have Pushpa Samadhi of Prabhupada in Mayapur, but we didn't have a Pushpa Samadhi in Radhakunda. Now Parvat Maharaj with his friends, he established this absolutely wonderful Pushpa Samadhi. So this is a little bit of what I can report today. Yes, all the sannyasis, like Malava Krishna was saying, they're busy preaching, and some of them are not yet fully aware of this Zoom talk. But we have Tridanti Maharaj here. So I invite Tridanti Maharaj, who is preaching in the jungles in Colombia, in the Amazon jungles. He has a very nice program, and because he does not speak English, so I request Madhava Krishna if he can speak something, tell us about his experience of preaching in the jungle, que nos comparte cómo está la prédica en Leticia y todo lo que están haciendo. It is really a spearhead, a pioneering project. What they have done there is really, I mean, living there deep in the jungle and receiving volunteers and everything is very wonderful. So I just wanted to request Tridanti Maharaj if Madhava Krishna can explain it to him. From my side, I can only say thank you to be with Gaudya Vaishnavas. As it says, the most beautiful thing, seeing my Krishna Bhakti friend here, it touches my heart. Bhaktya vihina aparatra lakshai kshiptas chakamadi taranga madhye kripamai twang sharanang prapanam vinde numaste charanara vindam and vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo